Alright, so today was bad. First losing day in a while. And completely my fault. I just take all ownership for the losses. I might be talking loud or sound funny because I'm listening to music right now, and I'm not gonna stop when I'm making this video. Kind of upset right now, but that's part of the process. So, win and lose, here we are. It wasn't as big of a losing day as it was about to be because I made some back here. But yeah, so going into the day, I was bullish, very, very bullish, because we were in this market maker model the whole time. So let me see how loud I'm talking right now, so we were in this market maker model. Okay, so it's not too loud. Okay, here, I'll continue listening to music. We're in a market maker model here, that I was expecting to continue. We had the clear sign of reversal. Down here, we swept sell side liquidity over here. We put in all this low resistance liquidity. We broke structure to the upside. We had a reversal. We're holding a 4-hour bullish. These lines are the 4-hour from yesterday. We retraced, took this low out again, swept liquidity, pushing up, and before open, we were here. So I was like, okay, cool, this is my target, and price just ripped off open, just ripped. Completely ripped face. Nothing you can do about it, but price ripped, and it ripped without me, and there was news at 10, so I didn't want to take a trade before them. But the first great setup was here. We had an SMT at the high. We inversed this fair value gap, and we sold off. I didn't take that. The trade I did take was a few minutes later. We had an SMT at this low. ES came down, swept this. We held, we displaced higher. We had a 2-minute bullish fair value gap. We traded down into it, and we inversed the 1 minute right here. I jumped in long, and I actually, my first mistake of the day was I chased this trade by getting in like on this part of the candle instead of getting in right at the beginning. Took profit here, got stopped at break even on the runners. Would have got a great move if I were to have just stuck to my rules, or not my rules. I didn't really break rules, but if I just got in right away, I would have hit the 37-point trade, and it would have been a good day. I'd probably been done and avoided the mistakes I ended up making in the rest of the day. So after that, I wasn't really too interested in anything. We were just kind of selling. Nothing caught my eye. We started chopping around here, and I was then looking for this level to get taken out, to get an inverse down to the data low. We never got. We ended up selling. We put in an equal low, and I was like, okay, cool. In this moment, I was like, let me just not take a trade until we at least come back into this imbalance, or sweep out these highs, and then I get an inverse to the downside, because it'll be way higher probability. It will definitely work. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to take anything unless minimum we come up here first. What do? I make a mistake. I take this short because I was like, it's guaranteed to hit. And guess what happens? Chasing after 11-point move, because I wanted this 11-point move here. For no reason, just because I was confident that market was going to go there. I knew the market was going to go there. You don't know anything. The market doesn't owe you anything. You have to be smart. It does not owe you anything, right? I can sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I'm unlucky. No, that was a bad trade. Why am I taking a trade here? We're not delivering from any fair value gap. We haven't swept liquidity. We have an SMT at the time. ES already took this low. So I'm just being an idiot, being greedy. And that one mistake, and I know this with my trading because I've been doing a lot better. And even with how bad of a day today was, I'm very happy with how I handled myself, because on my worst day, this is my worst day in a while, I didn't once increase the size of my contract, which is a very, very, very big thing for me, because I've used to do that a lot, and that's a very bad, like, it just ruins your account if you take another loss, right? If I took about 200, I was down about 170 here, right? And then if I were to just instantly try and take a trade, I would just get wrecked, right? And if I lose again, then I would just get destroyed and punished extra hard for trying to chase my losses. So even though I started overtrading and started forcing trades, I'm glad that I didn't increase size, so that's one positive. But this trade here is just bad. And this mistake here, I go from being up on the day to making a mistake being down, and then my mental was gone at that point, right? And that's something I need to work on. I need to work on, one, not taking these bad setups anyways. But once I do make a mistake, I need to work on just being able to step away. I physically couldn't step away today. I didn't allow myself to step away. I was like, okay, I'll just wait and see if we get a step down to this, because now I'm even more confident we're going to take this lows, because equal lows and data lows and relative equal lows, everything's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get this trade. I'm just see here, I'm going to make it back. Cool, we'll keep our head. So we wait, nothing, and I missed this long, right? I could have taken a long off this. Not my favorite setup ever, but I could have taken a long there. Or this is a long here, you know. But what happens? I get tunnel vision on the shorts. So I wait, we come up here, we don't get any setup. We come up here, we sweep the high. I was waiting for this, and then we don't inverse this, and we get my first setup here that I entered back on. And I had this 15-minute fair value gap right here, so I'll mark it out. This 15-minute fair value gap, I end up going short on this break here, and the blue line is the 15-minute fair value gap, and that was where I was gonna go break even. As you see, we trade into it. I should have gone break even here because it's an area we could bounce, but since I was down on the day, I wanted to make some back, so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna let it breathe. I don't want to stop to break even. I want to actually profit off this. We ended up taking another loss because of that, because we're already making mistakes, right? As soon as you make that first mental error, you're so much more likely to make another one, which is why really I should start doing where I take a loss, I step away. And wow, this looks really good if we inverse that. Oh my gosh. Oh. This may be retarded, but I will take that. I will take this setup. Hopefully I'm not giving away any of my data. I will take this. If we get that. But anyways, and this could just be me making another mistake, right? Like I could just be over trading. We're in a bullish fair value gap. I mean, this doesn't have to work. We haven't swept any liquidity. We haven't hit equilibrium, whatever the case may be. But until this plays out, so I take that trade. I should have gone break even on that low here instead of getting stopped out. But I take another loss because I'm trying to make it back. And then I take this inverse here, and we go up, but we go to break even here, get stopped at break even. And then we take a long here, and then we get out here. And we're just doing a lot of stuff because we make one mistake, and we start freaking out, and we start trying to make everything back instead of just properly executing and just taking the chart for what it is, instead of just taking a loss on the chin and just being like, okay, we lost. What can we do tomorrow? How can we avoid losing more? Where's my head at? Am I good to take another trade? And stuff like that. And the answer most of the time is no. And again, you guys saw me just whip out my chart. And look, so we're 1,650. We're down 125 today. So I really should just call it here, right? 126. I can come back tomorrow in a better frame of mind, take one trade, and be back where we were, if not in profit. But that's the hard part, is because now I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I see this, and that's exactly what I would want. So maybe I take another stab at it, because this is a good setup for me. The only thing I would say is that we are rejecting this hard, so I'd have to really, really think about it, right? We have a 5-minute here that we just opened up. But this is just kind of what happens. This will be, if I don't take this trade or don't win, this will be my first losing day in a long time. But not because I've been trading amazing. I've been trading good, but I've been getting fortunate that I haven't taken a big loss or a really bad trade, because this is what can happen, right? When these types of days happen, is you take one bad trade and it starts affecting you constantly. I do like this setup here. I really just do. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at today, and the mistakes I made and how I'm feeling, and what I'm looking at right now. And I might, if this forms, I'll take it, and we'll see live time if that's a good idea or not. But yeah, that's one of the things. The main point I wanted to make today was just the fact that when you make a mistake in trading, you just start making more mistakes and spiraling. Maybe you're not spiraling your account, but you're just making more mistakes, more errors, forcing more things. It's 2 o'clock. I don't trade PM, and I'm sitting here, and realistically, I should just step away and just call it a day and move on, and look for opportunities tomorrow. But I do like this setup here. We had this imbalance that we filled. And if we inverse this, like this trade looks good. We had displacement to the downside after a big move up, but we did the things against my bias here. Our equilibrium of this range has already been met. So that just could have been a retracement to equilibrium to then go long. So, but that's why if we get a break here, if we don't get a break, it'll probably save me. But yeah, so let's see if this one breaks anytime soon. And if it does, I'll enter the trade. I'll go break even at this low. Okay, we're in there. 23. Let's see where we're getting 94. I'll take 3 off there. If it closes back above, I'll get out. And then we'll hold the rest of the data lows. Pressure's on now that I'm trading on my actual funded for the chart review. And this is just me overtrading, right? Like if this fails or wins, probably not smart with how I'm feeling, but 208. So it's about a 1-to-1 for the first TP. I'd like to see it flush down through here. I don't want to see any hesitation. Better hold that fair value gap, or we might be screwed here, we might be cooked. I lost on a setup similar to this the other day. And it just ended up working, but I was too early, so that's a decent reaction. Let's see another candle come in here and push down. That's terrible. VS takes the low, which would probably be unlikely. Yep. That's why you don't overtrade. I need to close the trade. Closed above, I should get out. I should close it here. If we can get a push down, stranger things have happened. Yeah, I should have got out. Another point I want to make is I'm so tunnel vision on those lows that I can't reasonably logically think about what I'm doing wrong, which is a lot of things, and I logically can't reason with myself and tell myself, okay, look, we might be in a bullish model, and I'm forcing this. It's a very rushed short. If we go positive, I'll get out. See the gambler mentality. If we can inverse this 1 minute. Come on. Solid close back below. Come on. If this thing wicks back in, I'll get out. Okay, that's a good close. I'm going to stay with it. Should just get out here. I'm getting greedy. I got lucky. I'm literally shaking, bro. I need to just get out. Another candle close. Come on. Took some off there. No need to get greedy after such a bad day. I'm going to take another one off and leave a runner. I'm going to take another one off of that low. Or we're just going to call it there.